All right, good afternoon. Welcome to the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you until about 5 o'clock. I really can't stay late today. I got shirts to deliver. Um, Hope everybody is doing good. I'm doing good. It's a nice day. It's a little cool, but that's fine. That's why they make long sleeve shirts. Uh, and I hope everything is going good. Let's get to it. Robert Willis, good afternoon. Lewis Talbert in the house. Good afternoon. Lewis representing Sharonville. Got Maria Smith, North College Hill. Good afternoon. Anthony Prosser. Good afternoon. Tanika rounding out the top 5 out there in beautiful Orlando, Florida. What's the weather like right now in Orlando, Tanika? And good afternoon. Thank you for checking out the show. Drea, representing Sycamore Township. Good afternoon. Carolyn Smith, good afternoon. David Herring, good afternoon. He's representing Westchester. All right. Scott Bain in the house from West Walnut Hills. Somebody said I keep freezing. I don't know. But thank you for the heads up. Everything should be fine. If things are going bad, it's probably Jerica's fault. Scott representing West Walnut Hills. David wants me to hit the intro. I forgot to transfer the intro over. It'll be here. If I'm here tomorrow, it'll be here tomorrow. Hold on. I don't want to make that promise yet. I brought a pen. I took it in the... Okay. I'm going to try to remember to transfer it over. Okay. LaDonna, representing North College Hill, good afternoon. And Andrea Bustle in the house, representing Gulf Manor. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good day. Let's see. What is there? Tanika says it's a warm and sunny 87. Oh, that seems like a nice temperature. I like heat, I like heat. So 87 seems like it feels good. I think I might go to Kings Island on Saturday. Early in the day. I already did the Halloween haunt thing. But early in the day on Saturday. It's supposed to be a little cool. I'm trying to think. Do I have something else to do? I need to get my calendar together. But if I don't have anything else to do, I think I'm going to be at Kings Island early Saturday. Ride some rides. And then get out of there before 6 when they start all the Halloween stuff. Esteban in the house, representing Westwood. Good afternoon. Jeannie says happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too, Jeannie. Who said I'm first? David. That's funny. I was just about to start talking about something, and it slipped my mind that fast. And I don't need Prevagen. I just need to get more organized. Just in almost everything. I need to get more organized. I need to write stuff down or they got apps for everything. I can just get an app to do whatever, but I need to get stuff together. Today is the day that I'm going to get stuff together. I'm going to get organized. Well, okay, maybe tomorrow. I got too much stuff to do today to get organized. So maybe tomorrow I'll get organized. Jason out there representing Kentucky. Good afternoon. Got Ron in the house. Good afternoon. Terry says, I can't see any comments. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have any control over that. Maybe exit out and then go back in. Shut it down and then open up, Facebook, shut it down, open it back up or whatever. That might help. That happened to me today when I was watching Wyatt's show. I had to shut Facebook because I tried to just exit out of his page and then go back in, and it still wasn't doing it. So I just had to shut down Facebook altogether and then open it back up, and then it started working for me. So that might be the case. But Terry, good afternoon. Ron says another thing about Libras, they procrastinate. I don't understand people who believe in astrology, like not believe that it exists. All of that stuff exists to some degree, but believe that you can tell a person's personality traits by when they were born. Like only Libras procrastinate. Libras are the only people who procrastinate, or every Libra procrastinates. Like none of that stuff. It's all general. It's all general stuff. People who believe that stuff, they're gullible to me. They're gullible. And I don't, it just seems really weird. I don't usually hear, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I don't want to start nothing. I don't usually hear men talking about the traits of some zodiac sign. I don't usually hear men saying stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying, maybe a whole lot of men say it and they just don't say it around me. But I don't usually hear men saying, oh, you know, she a Gemini, so you know how them Geminis. I don't usually hear that from men. And I'm not saying it's unmanly. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's just something I don't normally hear. It's just something I don't normally hear from men. Terry Coleman says she's representing E-Town, Evanston. Good afternoon. I'm saying she. Is Terry a she? I can't see the picture. The way it's spelled, I'm pretty sure Terry is a she. Seabreeze in the house. I'm representing Las Vegas. All right. You go to the Sphere. The Sphere. They tell me that thing is losing money and it's going to be shut down pretty soon. Who is they? I don't know. I saw some news report or some report that said that Sphere is losing money and they're probably going to end up shutting it down soon. I need to get to Vegas before they shut it down. I'm just interested just to see it, just from the outside. It looks like it could be interesting for a few seconds. Anthony says Meta been kind of funky today. Okay. Yo, Underwood, good afternoon to you. Brenda, representing Fairfield, good afternoon. Not Seabreeze. Tanika says, right, like they say scorpions are mean. Lies. I think you mean Scorpios. Not Scorpio. I'm gonna assume that your what's the thing that finished with you typing? Your auto correct or whatever. Put scorpions in there. Because I think scorpions are mean. Emanuel, are you gonna ignore my comments today, sir? No, I saw you said good afternoon. I said good afternoon to you. We got Crystal Hoskins in the house, representing the Christ Hospital. Good afternoon. What's the difference between being esoteric and the other things? I don't even know what that means. Nate says, I will bet money that the troublemakers are going to start some stuff. No, today we just going to have a little bit of fun today. We just going to have a little bit of fun today, and then I'm going to go and do what I have to do. Because I'm not prepared. You know, like I have to go and watch the town hall. Because, again, I was busy last night, so I didn't have the opportunity to watch the town hall. I saw some clips from it, but I have to go watch the town hall, so I can't really effectively discuss what Kamala did in terms of, the town hall. So, yeah, today we're just going to have a little bit of fun. Seabreeze says, because Geminis are the superior sign and no one would ever complain about such wonderful people. See, that sounds like something a woman would say. Not necessarily a man. But if you do, that doesn't make you less manly. Maybe it just means you're really in touch with your feminine side. Ben says, what's good? Listening from Pleasant Ridge. Well, good afternoon. Seabreeze says, I'm here to see Lenny Kravitz. I saw the Sphere from the airport. It's cool. Yeah, that's it. That's all I really need. You know, you fly in, you see it. I fly in, see it, get right back on a plane and fly back. No, I'm sure I'll be there for something. Actually, I'm thinking about getting tickets to WrestleMania, which will be in Vegas. So I'm thinking about that, considering it. Well, I was wondering why you can't be respectful like your brother Nate. How am I disrespectful? How I'm not saying that I'm not, even though I'm not. But how do you perceive that I am? I'm open to constructive criticism. Crystal says stupid Facebook won't allow me to like others' comments. I'm not sure what's going on. I don't it's been doing strange things since I logged on at about 2:15 or something like that. No, actually I logged on initially at around 1. Made a few quick comments and then had to log off and then got back on at like 2:15. But it's been acting weird. I'm gonna get into something. Let's see. I wonder if we're gonna discuss Brent versus Link. That was a surprise. I don't know what that means. Dina says, good afternoon, Emanuel and Facebook friends. She's representing Walnut Hills. Good afternoon, Dina Johnson. My OSHA. One thing about Kamala, she ain't going to answer a question. Queen of pivot. And that's not positive. But I guess that's why I wouldn't be a good politician. Because from my perspective, answer the question. Answer the question. And that's why politicians, I'm sure that's one of the reasons why politicians did not, and even now will not, come on my show. Because I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to expect you to answer the question. I'm not going to expect you to, okay, I get it. You're going to pivot. She does. But then I'm going to say, okay, what you just answered was this. But what I asked you was this. Can you answer that question? I'm going to, I don't like, again, my vote this year is not, and I'm not anti-Kamala. I don't know how I would view Kamala if she was running against a different candidate. I don't know. Because I'll be honest, I have on what the little things that they put on the horses so they can't see to the left or to the right. I'm focused. I know who we can't have or who we shouldn't have as our next president. So I was willing to vote for Joe. They could have wheeled him out with a shawl on that was, knitted, and he could barely talk, and I would have voted for Joe over Trump. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. So there are things about Kamala, and things about a lot of politicians that I don't absolutely love. I don't like it when politicians don't answer questions. I don't like that. But I'll take that, and we'll just deal with that over Trump. Daryl says, what up? What's up, Daryl? Appreciate you. Let's see. I sent you a hoodie order via Messenger, Emanuel, just FYI. Did I respond to you? Didn't I respond to you? I'll check it when I get off, and you might get your hoodie today. I'll check it. Let's see. Pat Rogers says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Pat. Ron says she can't because she would expose herself and the Biden administration. Ron, that's ridiculous. I have to let you know sometimes you say things that are ridiculous. That's ridiculous. It just is. Yo Underwood says, the way he speaks to his elders, no names mentioned. Then I don't know what you're talking about. You need to mention names and give me examples of what I don't do. Or what I should do. Hold on, I saw Andrea says, when will I get my hoodie? Probably today. That's what I said. I'm going to set up a time after the show, which is why I have to leave at 5. I have to be out of here at 5 so I can get all of these hoodies out and delivered today. I I got y'all. I got y'all. Um, uh, People let me know. Blinders, yes, the horse blinders. Ben wants to know what happened, Brent Beard. I don't know what they're talking about. So yeah, if Brent wants to like give us a call and let me know, then that would be cool. Let me know what's going on. Ron says now we're looking at World War III in our face, and Kamala is, I'm gonna assume he means a proven liar, and she's weak. What you gonna do now? Again, you sound ridiculous. You sound ridiculous. Just, you do. Walter says good afternoon. Honorary remote producer. Well, he was she. I don't know what y'all having a conversation. I don't know what y'all talking about. First, let's get the little bad news out the way, okay? Let's get the bad news out the way. You got the people who were stabbed today, according to the news. Hold on, where's the stabbing news? Scroll. Hold on. Come on. 3 dead inside of a house after an hours-long SWAT standoff ends. Springbrook Drive was shut down in College Hill, Springfield Township, for hours for a large police investigation. It ended with officers discovering 3 people dead inside of a home. The 3 people had stab wounds, which I guess in theory is why they died. In addition to the 3 people found dead, police found the suspect officers had been searching for was suffering from self-inflicted stab wounds. Look, I guess people gonna do what they gonna do. People gonna do what they gonna do. He didn't have a gun available and stab somebody to death. And then to stab yourself, however he stabbed himself, that just seems weird. I don't know. I'm not one of them people who can self-harm. I'm not one of those people who can self-harm. So I don't understand it. And I have no criticism for anyone. But I do wonder if you got people who were stabbed to death. Now, look, you could stab somebody to death or stab somebody and, they're probably nothing you could do to help them. But maybe I shouldn't even comment on it. I understand talking people down, talking to people and trying to get people. But it's one of them things where, man, if somebody holding me hostage, break in. You know what I'm saying? Break the door down and get to me. They might have stabbed me and I'm bleeding out. But if y'all bust down the door, then, y'all got a chance to save me maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they were stabbed or, whatever. But if you're in an hours-long standoff, yeah, I could see somebody getting stabbed and in hours being dead. But at the same time, I understand just busting in ain't always a good thing. Somebody might get killed that way. Whereas if you can talk people down, then, that's better. But it's one of them things where, the police didn't know, I'm sure. They didn't know. But just for me, if somebody holding me hostage, I'm putting it out here right now. Hopefully it never happens. But if I'm in a hostage situation, don't be negotiating. Just bust in. Just bust in. Whatever happens, happens, but just bust in. Get me to safety or whatever. Just expedite whatever it is that's gonna happen. I don't know. That's a That's a terrible one there. It's a terrible one. I saw what Scott said. Hold on. Scott said, I talked with a family member of their family today. They are very hurt and confused. And who knows why people do the things that they do? Who knows? Who knows? But I would imagine that would be like I can't imagine actually. To hear that say 3 of your family members were stabbed to death. Can't imagine it. So that happened today. What else happened today? Apparently, like at around 5 something in the morning. I want to make sure I give you the details that they're giving. 5-year-old boy shot during drive-by, hospitalized in critical condition. A 5-year-old boy is in the hospital with critical injuries after he was shot in a drive-by on Winton Hills Thursday morning. The shooting happened on Holland Drive at around 5:58 a.m. The boy was taken to Cincinnati Children's Hospital. He's listed in critical condition. Police did not release any suspect information or any information about the vehicle used in the drive-by shooting. I'm sure another family devastated. 5 years old. And y'all know I always say 5 is the, well, maybe y'all don't know. 5 is the perfect age for a kid. 5 is the perfect age. I would say between 5 and like 8. Those 3 years are like the perfect age. Because, you ain't got to change them no more and all of that kind of stuff. You don't have to be in their face all day. They can go and play. Have fun. And you're not so worried about them not being. They have a certain degree of independence, I'm going to say, because I can't think of the word I'm looking for. There's a certain degree of independence that they're allowed to have, but they still also have that, that attachment and that they still a little kid. So it's like they still need you, but not all the time. And usually at around 5, 6, 7, 8, they're nice kids. They're good kids. They're, they got that innocence about them, that happiness. If they're in a good, stable situation, they got that innocence and that happiness. They're absorbing information. They just fun to be around. But again, at the same time, you can say, all right, go in the other room and play. And they go in the other room and play. That's that perfect age. I gotta use the bathroom. They don't have to say that about that age. By that age, they just go to the bathroom. And all you really have to say is, did you flush the toilet? Oh. All right. Did you wash your hands? Oh. And they go back and wash their hands. That's it. Now, hold on. With soap? Oh. And then they go back and use soap this time. You had to be specific with them. But usually it's the perfect age. That is the perfect age. So yeah, for a 5-year-old, oh my goodness. Just horrible. Horrible. I pray for the family if you believe in that. If you don't, send positive energy. Whatever you believe in that can be positive for that family, do it. Do it. Because that's terrible. That's terrible. What else is going on? Hold on, I'm not answering the call. I'll get back to you later. Leave me a message. Oh, there was something else that was going on that I kind of wanted to discuss a little bit. Daryl says, not my son. He terrorizes his sisters. I be cracking up. That too, that's a good age. If they got brothers and sisters, yeah. Yeah. Somebody said something, Daryl. So, oh, Emanuel Livingston, Lincoln gave you a zesty plug on his show. I don't know what that means either, but it sounds funny. Oh, it sounds funny. I was downtown today, and I typed it in the Wyatt's chat, and it was just weird for me. This is nothing deep or nothing that's gonna spark some conversation, but I saw it, and so I had to point it out. I saw what looks like a gay, kind of cross-dressing Native American today. And it really threw me, because, look, I have issues. And so, in my mind, you got white people who just, they got, things are going well for the white people, things are going well. And when things are going well, it's what some people call, first world problems. Like if you are in a situation, you hungry, you ain't got nowhere to live, your country is war torn or infested with drug lords, and you're worried about being kidnapped and all that kind of stuff. In my mind, anyway, last thing you thinking about is, how do I really feel? Do I feel like inside, like my inside matches the outside? Like, who am I really? That's the last thing you're really thinking about. You're like, I'm hungry. Forget my sexual identity. I'm hungry. Back in the 80s when we was worried about Ethiopia and all that kind of stuff, you didn't see a whole lot of switching and whatnot, starving people. You know what I'm saying? You starving. But, you in America, in some first world country, then you like, who am I? But even here, like, you got those tiers, like you got the white people, you got the black people, the Asians, and, kind of down on the socio whatever. At least we think about like Native Americans living on reservations and drinking alcohol and running a casino. Is that racist? But what I'm saying is, you think about it. And just don't think about them applying makeup and putting on earrings and kind of switching down the street. So it threw me for a minute. But I mean, I guess. But in all honesty, I had never seen. I'm sure it exists, even on the reservations and whatnot. I'm sure it exists. When I was in Arizona, I saw. It was hard for me. Ben says slightly racist. I know. I'm just being honest about the way that we, or at least maybe it's just me, the way that we perceive things. But when I was out in Arizona, and Mrs. Livingston kept getting mad at me, but I was like, I can't really tell the difference between the Latinos and the Native Americans. And I'm like, because they really the same people. They're really the same people. Like they was just, living on the land, and we came and kind of carved it up and said, hey, if you over there, now you're Mexican. And if you over here, now you're American. And they the same people. So it was difficult for me to tell the difference. But the entire time that Jericho says the reservations, the casinos could definitely be taken as bigotry. How? They have reservations. They run casinos on the reservations. How is pointing out facts bigotry? How? But I'm just the whole time I was out there, and I saw a lot of them, And I saw, you know what I'm saying, some people that looked like they were questioning their identity. But they was all black people, they was all white people. I didn't see a single Latino or Native American. So yeah, all of that to say, when I saw it in downtown Cincinnati today, it threw me. And I was like, wow, interesting. Interesting. But just that. No deep conversation about it. That was the whole thing. But is it really, hold on, because y'all can help me. I don't want to be insensitive. Is it insensitive to say that there are Native Americans who live on reservations? Is that insensitive? Is that bigoted? Racist? Not all Native Americans are on reservations nor receive benefits, sir. Well, clearly this guy lived in Cincinnati. So clearly I think reasonable people understand I'm not saying that all Native Americans live on a reservation, because I just saw one. But I'm saying when I think of stereotypes, because of course I'm talking like in general, and I'm thinking about people living, struggling, not, at a certain reservation life is, I didn't think that it was a great, like, hey, man, I'm balling on the reservation. Bro, you need to come to the reservation. That's where, you know what I'm saying? People are like. So, no, I didn't think that was acknowledging that Native Americans live on reservations. I didn't think that was bigoted at all. But, I mean, if it is, then, I apologize. And casinos, acknowledging that some Native Americans run and operate casinos, is that racist, bigoted? We can't tell the truth no more. We can't observe. It'd be like me if I said, hey, some black people own some soul food restaurants. And you're like, that's racist. Why? Don't some black people own? Why would that be racist? I don't understand. Blade.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
It's going all right, Blade.
Hey, buddy. I want to throw a theory out there.
All right.
Majority of your listeners, they in that new generation that they're not gonna believe nothing anyway. All they gonna do is go on the computer and punch it up, and whatever the computer tell them, that's what they're gonna believe. Hey, but you do something out there when you first started talking about your topic. It reminds me of Elon Musk, whatever his name is. He's African.
Yeah,
white.
Elon Musk is from South Africa.
Yeah, he's African. So what I'm saying, a lot of those what you're talking about, if you really go into their deep bloodline, they're not real Indians anyway. They just like you said, when you went over to they all look the same. And they we have interbred so much that they have the dark Indians. They're no longer there. So now they're just white. So you really own to something.
Okay.
Because maybe after they get finished with us, maybe 100 years from now, maybe 200 years from now, all black Americans over here, once they get done with us, gonna be white. So eventually, no longer there won't be a dark skinned people. Because when you look at all the commercials, if you wasn't from America, you swear up and down that there wasn't dark skinned people in America, because on the commercials now is a light skinned woman with a white man, or a light skinned cat with a white woman. So because we'll never get a dark skinned president. So they psychologically they breeding this out. I know it sounds silly, but oh well.
No,
Cause
I understand what you're saying. It's not something that I haven't noticed. I mean, for real, I have noticed that every once in a while you might see a darker brother with a white woman or, something like that. But usually, yeah, it's those Barack Obama shaded men and women with a white woman or a white man and a little lighter skinned baby or lighter skinned child. Yeah, I mean, there is something to that.
yeah, but let's go off the deep end. Eventually, after we're gone, there won't be no more masculine men. They'll be happy and wearing skinny jeans and slippers. Because a lot of these cats now, I don't know what it is, man, about that generation, but they're not tough no more. They women are harder than they are. I think now you got more women knocking out cats than cats knocking out cats.
Well,
You
how?
got you got
But
you
I
got
think we
women you
should.
got women now.
But we should be
You
striving
got
for
you got
nobody knocking out nobody.
Well, I'm just putting the psychological facts out there because you got women now they'll pop you quicker than a dude.
Okay.
It's it's sad to hear this, but it is true. A woman now, I mean, because you got a lot of women now, they're starting to carry. Well, not start. They are carrying guns, and they will pop you, especially the ones that think in their mind that they do. So we just gotta be careful, man, and try, as you say, try to put some. I'll let you put the logic out there. I can care less what people believe, what I say, or whatever, because it's gonna happen anyway. Like I said, and yesterday on your what you was talking about, and reason why we got this off balance because if you really think about it, a lot of cats really don't like women, and a lot of women really don't like cats no more. That's why it's hard to find relationships because most of your women they rather lay with another woman. And have you noticed these young cats, man? I never saw this in my life, man. To now, these cats now they ride around together like they in relationships. I see these young cats, they really don't ride around with women and pick up women like they used to. I don't know what's going on with them, but they
Well,
rather ride forward deep than go get a chick. They ride
well,
around together all day long and never find a woman.
I don't
What's going
know.
on?
I don't know about that. But back in the day even when I was young, what I'm saying, you get your boys together and y'all get in the car and y'all ride around looking for either something to do or for some girls to holler at. But if you ain't at one of those destinations, all you see is 4, 5, 6 brothers in the car. But we was looking for girls.
That's what I'm saying. Your generation was, but these cats now, they ride around, days and days and won't even try to find a woman. They rather just chill with each other, and that's kind of weird, man. I don't know what's
I
going
don't know
on
if
with
that's
them,
true.
but
I don't know if that's true.
well,
What I
I'm just
see,
saying.
these dudes is making a lot of babies. They ain't making them with each other.
I don't know about that one because there's more white boys going up with these chocolate chicks now.
I don't know about that, but I guess it all
I'm
depends on
just
where
saying.
you're from.
And then the chicks, if they do getting with cat, he may hit it and roll over and go on about his business, but he ain't trying to stick around. I'm trying to tell you, a lot of these young cats don't like women like your generation used to like women. I mean, like I said, man, and you got these chicks, man, they'll hang together, go on trips and everything with a bunch of women, and you won't never find a man up in there. They be in rooms together and stuff, and like, where's the dudes at? Well, that old saying because of your buddy, he had a weird show today. It was a lot of cats calling in. There was a lot of old leg lickers calling in. Like, what the hell is going on?
What
I
is
mean,
a
the leg lickers came out the works.
what is a leg licker? I have no idea
Chick,
what that is. I've never heard that before.
chicks that like chicks. I mean, they was
Really?
some old ones.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, D and all them,
Okay.
and Jay be up there having them Diddy parties. Okay, now, man.
All right.
Peace out.
All
Okay.
right. Okay. That was Blade. Honestly, I've never heard that term before, ever. So, uh, but yeah, Terrence, I see we have a celebrity in the house, the real Terrence Howard. He says a very small amount of men are making the majority of the babies. I talked about that yesterday, and some people actually questioned me on it, like, "Oh, that's not true," and I'm like, "It's very true." I couldn't give the specifics because I don't have the specifics, but I heard that stat and read that stat before. But that don't mean that the young men out here riding around is gay. We did it. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with riding around with your boys looking for something to do or looking for girls to holler at. Nothing wrong with it. It's just a part of nature. And Terrence says, what's a leg licker? Apparently, a leg licker is a woman who likes a woman, a lesbian. Or maybe she's not a lesbian and she's just adventurous sexually. And that's okay. I mean, I think it's acceptable in society. So, but I don't know. I don't know. Look, y'all heard that conversation just as I heard it. Just as I heard it. Y'all know, yeah, I don't even, I'm lost. I don't even know what to say. Again, let me let y'all know. I can't listen to the Lincoln Ware show. I'm blocked. And I be at work, so I can't turn on a radio. So the only way that I would be able to listen would be, on Facebook. That's how I used to listen, but then I got blocked. So I can't listen anymore. So if something happens on that show, I'm not aware of it. I'm not aware of it because I don't get an opportunity to listen. And apparently he's had some pretty good shows the past week. He had Dwight Tillery and Charlie Winburn, Lakita Cole on. He had I guess he had some other people on the other day. So I miss all of that. I miss all of it. And when I say I miss it, I'm not like, oh, I really miss it. No, I mean I miss it as in I don't see it. So it is what it is. But I still got nothing against Lincoln Ware. I'm not mad at Lincoln Ware. I'm not beefing with Lincoln Ware. He's beefing with me. And it's all good. It's all good. Walter says, how did you get blocked from Lincoln's show? It's not a long story, even though it's a long story. But I've told that story out too many times. It's not all that important how it happened. It is. And life goes on. I just know Lincoln gave your show a shout out today. It was zesty as F, but it was a shout out. But yeah, no, I when I'm out and about, we go places every now and again. And I try to pay attention to what's going on in the places where I am. And I had never really thought much about it until I went to Arizona. We were out there in Scottsdale. And yeah, I was looking at now they have distinct cultures. The Latinos and the Native Americans, they have very distinct cultures. But if you just see two people and, say they're dressing really American. So you see a Latino woman in, black t-shirt, some jeans, or more likely now, some leggings and some Crocs. And you see a Native American woman in, black t-shirt, some leggings, and some Crocs. You don't know which is which. You can't. At least for me, I couldn't tell the difference. And like I said, she kept getting mad at me. And I would be like, okay. And now this part might not have been so appropriate. But I'm like, okay. So which is which? We see them. They both standing there. Which is which? So I'm not even going to dignify that. In other words, you don't know. You can't tell. Until they start talking, and then she start talking Spanish, and then she start talking, and you're like, oh. So, no, I had never thought about it. Terrence says, I was wondering why you haven't shown up in the chat. Yeah, somebody roly-poly blocked me. And like I said, I could probably call Dan and say, yo, Dan, I'm blocked, bro. I'm blocked. I want to be unblocked. And Dan will probably say there's no reason for you to be blocked. I'm going to unblock you. I'm going to, instruct so-and-so to unblock you or whatever. But, nah. It's all good. It's all good. But I have an idea that it's an unauthorized blocking. But it's all good. What else is going on? That was all of the, well, not all. That was the bad news. Terrence says, you have to explain to us how a lesbian is a leg licker. I don't know. I didn't come up with the term. I just heard it just when you heard it. We heard it at the same time. But I guess, if you think about it from a logical perspective, it makes sense that if the woman is down there, licking around, I don't know how else to say it. If a woman is down there licking around, then she gonna lick a leg every now and then, just from proximity. In my mind, that would be the way that terminology would even exist. But I don't know. I don't know. That's just my guess of why that thing happens. Ron, are you sure you want to say that to me? I don't like that. I don't like that comment, Ron. No, you're not. You are not. That's never gonna happen. Terrence says, you remember we used to have these important conversations? Yes, I do. Jerica says, carpet licker I've heard of, but not leg licker. I'd never heard of it either. We all heard it at the same time. Down there licking around sounds so nasty. It ain't nasty. I imagine it could be quite beautiful. I don't see anything wrong with it. Ron says, not you. Then don't say it to me. That comment sounded like it was meant specifically for me, and it offended me. Because, not that if you get down like that, that's your business. But I don't get down like that. What else is going on? I told you, I don't really want to talk about, we all know the election is coming up. Everybody get out and vote. If you don't know who you're going to vote for by now, don't vote. What? Who says that? If you don't know who you're going to vote for by now, what could possibly happen to sway you? Who are when I said, we're doing a town hall of undecideds. What could possibly happen right now to sway you one way or the other? If you're undecided, man, just don't vote. Leave it to the people who are, observant enough to have made up their mind, to have looked at everything and made a decision. Because to me, here's really this is, for me, of course, what it comes down to is I believe Donald Trump to be a liar. Like, pathological. Not just like political. Because I saw something today in one of the newspapers, and it said the beginning of the article, I think it was an opinion piece, was all politicians lie. I would expand that to say every human lies. Every human lies. And you got various levels of lies and the importance of the lie and how the lie affects people and all that kind of stuff. Some stuff is very minor. Some people lie, for effect. Like comedians, they lie, for effect. They're not telling you the whole truth. When Eddie Murphy talks about how it take his aunt, 5 minutes to fall down a flight of stairs, that's not true. She doesn't fall. When she starts falling, the laws of physics doesn't cease to exist. They exist. She don't, they ain't, 5 minutes. Oh, Lord Jesus, help me. Oh, Lord Jesus, oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord, I'm halfway down the stairs. That's a lie. He made that up. He lied for effect. It ain't hurting nobody. See? So that's the difference. That's why I say it's not a lie. I say a lie has a few components to it. One of those components is, for some nefarious reason. Not necessarily for comedic effect. If you're not telling the truth for comedic effect, I don't consider you, he a liar. Like, no, he's exaggerating the truth for comedic effect. Donald Trump is like a pathological liar. Way far and above just your regular run-of-the-mill politician. I believe he does want to be a dictator. I believe he does want to be a dictator. And he probably does plan on doing whatever he can do to attain as much power as possible and maybe not even us have an election in 4 years. I believe that is his goal. I believe he wants to punish people who don't agree with him. I don't believe that he believes in the rule of law. I don't believe that he believes in the Constitution or that, we should as a nation abide by the Constitution that we have, okay? I don't believe that. That's the side I'm coming from. So if you're looking at it and you're like, and okay, Kamala, I imagine there are other people on the other side are like, I don't want a black president, So she, they don't want a black or Indian or woman president. So, there's all of those three kind of wrapped into one. Of course, you got some black people who don't want a president who is married to a white or a Jewish. Because I know people tell me, Mr. Livingston say this to me all the time, white people and Jewish people ain't the same. And I'm like, yeah, to me they are. I see a white person like Steven Spielberg. I see a white dude. He's Jewish. Okay, I see a white Jewish dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't make a difference between the two. Like, they all the same to me. They all the same. And hopefully, that's not in a negative way. I look at you and I see a white person. So there are a lot of black people and people just in general who don't want to see the mixing of races. So you got this black Indian woman married to this white Jewish dude. I'm not voting for that, So there's a number of reasons. She's tied to the Biden administration, and I don't like some of their policies. And okay, you don't like some of their policies, it makes sense. You wouldn't vote for her. Gas is high, and it's Kamala Harris's fault. Okay, maybe that's what you think, so you don't vote for her. Immigrants. Enough said. You're not going to vote for her. Whatever. Okay, so you got all of that. So you got these people who are not going to vote for Kamala. You got these people who are not going to vote for Trump. Where are you? Now, based on what I said, there's a lot of middle ground there. But, again, it's just a few days from the election. just a few days. How are you like, ooh, do I want to vote for the guy who wants to get rid of our Constitution? Or, ooh, do I want to vote for the woman who's married to the Jewish guy? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Oh, Lord, help me. Oh, Jesus, help me decide. I don't want to vote for the person who has created a situation where we're have this inflation, and I don't want to vote for the person who's been convicted of sexually assaulting people and who wants to get rid of the Constitution and who wants to become a dictator and who couldn't tell the truth if it was the only thing that would save his life and who wants to maybe have sex with his daughter and who how? Where? How is that a big decision if you don't know by now? Don't vote. Just sit this one out. Well, man, you don't tell them that because they might fall on the Kamala side. No, just sit this one out. Just sit this one out. Be like Jack, the dude to be on the chat. And Jack be like, oh, I'm tired of people thinking. I don't understand why people are just thinking. Be like Jack. Don't think. Just sit your ass down and don't vote. I don't understand. Undecided voters are closet Republicans who just want attention. It does kind of seem that way. I don't hear a lot of undecided voters who like, I'm heavily leaning towards Kamala. I don't really see that. I'm not saying it don't exist. I'm just saying I don't see it. Typically what I see when you're talking about undecided voters is Republicans trying to talk themselves out of voting for Trump because that's who they really want to vote for. But they kind of realize that it's a horrible choice as a human, as a politician, for the country, and maybe even for the world. But they can't really bring themselves to vote for that black woman. That's kind of what I see. I know he's the worst choice probably in the history of America ever. But it's either the worst choice in the history of America or a black woman. Such a difficult decision. So that's the feeling that I get from it. Now look, don't get me wrong. I understand, believe it or not, I understand the people who are like, you know what, the economy was good when Trump was in office, so I'm going to vote for Trump. I don't think they're really paying attention to, like Barack Obama said, that was my economy. That was my economy. I don't think they're really paying that much attention to that. But I understand those people, those policies, and the people who are falling for, the tricks that they're throwing out there. Remember, not too long ago, I was saying this, and a whole lot of people had to come out. I'm going to tell you what it is. But a whole lot of people had to come out and point out the ridiculousness of what I was saying, as if I was the one who made up the ridiculousness. A whole lot of people were coming out. Trump said, I think he said it during the debate, you send your kid to school, and your kid leaves home a he, and then when your kid comes home from school, they've given him surgery and your kid is a she. And people were actually called in, people who don't call this show, called in to point out that's not really what he was saying. Really? Because that's what he said. No, that's not really what he was saying. We know that they not giving kids surgery. They don't have a doctor at the school. Okay? Then why did he say that? And they, no, what he's really saying is that the teachers can talk to kids. But you know that he's still repeating that on the campaign trail? He's not saying what you said he was saying. he's saying, he's trying to convince these kids. Terrence, I don't know. You don't necessarily have to be a leg licker because you trans, okay? I learned that from Raven. I didn't like the way that sounded. Raven told me that. I don't think Raven is trans and she's not a leg licker. But Raven told me that. But he is still telling that lie. They're running commercials saying that your kid goes to school, gets a gender reassignment surgery, and then home. And I did not know that gender reassignment surgery was an outpatient procedure. But apparently, you put your kid on the bus at, 8 o'clock in the morning? 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and by the time they get home at 3:30, they've had a full gender reassignment surgery, and, they can just get back on the bus and come home. Like, the ridiculousness of that, but he is still saying that. So I believe in the gullibility of people. Some of these are the same people who say stuff like Libras do this and Scorpios do that. But I'm saying all of that to say, if you're really gullible, I can see you falling for that. Oh my God, I don't want to send my child to school and then they come home the other gender. Oh my God, I can't believe that's happening. I can't believe that Kamala supports that. Nobody's supporting that. But if you believe that to be the case, it's reasonable to me that you would vote for the guy who says he doesn't support that. Y'all know we all been watching the Sherrod Brown commercials. Maybe I'm the only one who's being like super inundated with Sherrod Brown commercials. Every time I see him, I say, damn Sherrod Brown. He's way too liberal for Ohio. The ridiculousness of the commercials. Like they got this big giant dude, y'all seen it, big giant dude running down the court, basketball, and he voted to allow transgender men to go into the locker rooms with girls or whatever. And you got this big old dude running down, look like they put Dolph Lundgren on a wig and put him out there with a high school girls basketball team. The ridiculousness of it. But people are looking at it like, oh my God, I don't want to see that happen. I don't want my daughter playing against Dolph Lundgren. I don't want my daughter playing against Dolph Lundgren either. And if I really thought that was happening, I would have to vote. I would have to vote for Donald Trump or for damn Bernie Moreno. He only cares about himself. According to the commercials, these commercials just crack me up. Sherrod Brown, he's way too liberal for Ohio. And Bernie Moreno, he's only out for himself. They've drilled that into my head. I don't necessarily believe wholeheartedly either way, but just the ridiculousness of the commercials it drives me crazy. But so if you really believe, if you're so gullible to believe that, it makes sense to me that you would vote for Donald Trump. I don't want to see a baby born and they kill the baby. And that's a partial birth abortion, but the foot was still in. That he still had a toe in, and I killed it. It's a partial birth abortion. That's what they acting like. That's what happens. Sherrod Brown, he supports that, right? Because he's way too liberal for Ohio. No, I don't believe that. But that's what they want you to believe is what's happening. And then there are those gullible people who believe, there are certain states in America where as long as it's a toe still in the vagina, just kill the baby. Partial birth abortion, perfectly legal. And maybe even when a baby came out, but the placenta's still up in there, kill it. Kill it before the placenta come out. Kill it. Hurry up. All right. That's partial birth abortion. Like, that's not happening. It is not happening. But if you truly believe that that's what Kamala stands for, and that's what Sherrod Brown, who is way too liberal for Ohio. Ridiculous. If you truly believe that that's what they stand for, it makes sense to me that you would vote for Donald Trump. Makes perfect sense. I think it makes you gullible, maybe a little bit more than gullible, almost an idiot. But almost an idiot, not 100% an idiot. Because, imagery and all of that stuff is very powerful. And for a lot of people, you just keep saying stuff and you keep saying stuff and you keep saying stuff. They believe it. So, but if you're not that gullible, and you're not racist, all of that kind of stuff, then what are you undecided about? I wish I could get an undecided voter to call me. Like, I just don't know what I'm going to do. I just don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. So look, Ron, I understand you believe all of that stuff, most of which is nonsense, okay? But you genuinely believe it. I'm not calling you an idiot. I believe you're very gullible. You honestly believe it, and you believe it so that because I want to make the argument for you, Ron. I want to make the argument for you because I'm not against you. I'm not against you. If you really believe that babies are being born and then murdered as soon as they're born, and that your kid goes to school and there's a doctor on call at the school, they got a whole operating room, and they can somehow do a gender reassignment surgery as an outpatient procedure with no recovery time, and your kid just go to school a boy and come home a girl, and that they're doing this without your knowledge or your permission. If you believe, all of that stuff. If you believe in all of that stuff, that will override, possibly for some people, that will override. Well, he was convicted on 34 felony counts and found liable for sexually assaulting somebody, and he's a habitual pathological liar, and he wants to be, what I'm saying, all that other stuff I said, it override that, because I don't want my daughter playing basketball against Dolph Lundgren in a wig. I don't want that. I don't want my daughter to be in the locker room showering and changing, and Dolph Lundgren is in there in a wig showering too. The guy must break you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. I don't want that. So if you believe it, at least I can understand the Trump decision. I can understand it. But I still don't understand the undecideds. I still don't understand the undecideds. They are really wrestling with, do I vote for this black lady, or do I vote for this horrible excuse for a human being? Or if there's something else, somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Ben, there is no proof that actually ever happened. There is no proof. You can't prove that. You can't prove that. Pamela says, I'm back. Had to go in and vote. It was thick at the Board of Elections. All right. DeAndre says, if he dies, he dies. I don't have a Russian accent. I'm sorry. I can't do a Russian accent. I have to hear it. Maybe if I worked on it, then I could Because, I'm like a man of a million voices. I'm going to vote on election day. I'm not taking the sticker. I don't know. I like voting on election day. I've voted at the Board of Elections, not since they moved. But I've voted at the Board of Elections. I used to be one of those people who slept out overnight. And, voted that morning when they opened up. I used to be one of those people. So I've done it early. But I don't know. I like showing up at my polling place. I like, giving them the ID. I like looking the people in the eye and saying, I want to vote E-Slate. I know it's not called E-Slate anymore, but I don't remember what it's called now. But they know what I'm talking about. I like telling them I want to vote Slate and watching them kind of struggle. Like, oh, what do we do? Oh, how do we do this? Oh, what do you do? You sure? Can't you just vote normally? And I could just vote normally, but I want to use the Slate machine. And y'all need to know how to do this anyway, just in case somebody comes in who needs it. You don't want to have to ask them, won't you just vote normally? Because they can't. So this is good exercise for y'all. And then, because it normally takes me about a half hour or so to vote. Not because of me, but because they have to figure out how to do what they should know how to do. I believe they get trained on it, but very rarely does anybody use it. But again, I'm doing a service. I'm like, hey, what if somebody come in here who is visually impaired and they want to vote and they need that machine? I don't want y'all telling them, just vote normally. I'll read it to you. You're like, no. I want y'all to know how to do it. Plus, I like using the machine. So, it normally takes me 30, 45 minutes to vote because it takes them a while. Even though I have to admit, I think last time I went to vote, the guy who was up there, he said, I remember you from last time, and when they trained us on this, I really paid attention this time. He was like, here's what we're going to do, and he just walked me through it, and we're going to do this, and you stick this to this, put that in that envelope, and you do this, here's the thing, you put this in there, and boom, there you go, you're ready to vote. And it was like real quick. So, I remember that if that guy is here this time, then voting will be a breeze. But I like going to vote on election day. I like to see the people come in. I like to, I am a people watcher. More than just a people watcher. Like, I analyze people as I watch them. If you're talking, I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm really focusing on, because y'all know me, I kind of like to understand why people do what they do and the way that they do it. Some people come in, they're really determined, like they doing their service. This is my service. This is my service for my country. I'm going to vote. Yeah, I'm going to vote. Yeah, fuck it, hey, So some people come in that way. Some people, probably more like me, just stroll in like, hey, it's vote. It's time to vote. I'm going to vote. It is what it is. I'm doing it. Might count, it might not, but I'm going to do it anyway. You get all the spectrums there. I like to watch the people come in and vote. I like election day. So, that's when I plan on voting. The people at my polling place so nice, too. I actually stayed for about 20 minutes talking to them. And they typically be nice. There was an older African-American woman a few years ago who wasn't nice at all. Like, it was like she was mad. Like, they made her come to work. I was like, you have to volunteer for this, don't you? Don't you have to volunteer? Which, by the way, I didn't try it this time. But y'all know for the past few years in election cycles, really since COVID, I've been trying to work at the poll. And I never get a call back. Oh, we really need workers. Call this number. And I never get a call back. Somebody, I'm blacklisted. You know what I'm saying? Somebody done blocked me from voting at the poll. I wonder, is that person a little roly-poly too? How have I been blocked from working at the poll? Next election, and I'm not talking about in 4 years, in 2 years, I guess, I'm working at a polling location. I don't care what happens. I am going to work at a polling location. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to start early if I got to file complaints, all of that kind of stuff. All of that stuff. I am going to work at a polling location. And I'm going to be nice. I'm going to try to be nice. I'm going to do my best to be nice. I do see, like, some people come in. I've been there when difficult people, I'm not a difficult person. Here's my ID. I want to vote using that machine. That's it. I don't got no whole lot of questions. None of that kind of stuff. None of that. Scan it, sign this. There you go. I see people come in like doing stuff wrong. But that lady at my polling location, she was kind of mean. She, like, everything was a problem. You know, like, really, you huffing? You huffing and puffing? Because niggas want to vote? Like, chill your old ass out, you know? But she not there no more, so it is what it is. I don't take that damn sticker. Janice says, I also like voting on election day. Love the people in my precinct. I was presiding judge at my precinct for approximately 15 years. Had to get all equipment, voting booths, ballots, and had to return everything after counting all the ballots with other poll workers and returned everything to a designated location. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. I wouldn't mind doing that. There's somebody, I got one more leg joke. Leave the leg lickers alone. They don't want you. They don't want to lick your legs. Which is reasonable to me. I understand lesbians. I understand lesbians. I get a person who does not want to have sex with a man. I understand that 100%. Shahara says, you can still do it. I'm debating working it myself. No, because if I try to do it, they're not going to let me do it. I'm telling you, I feel I'm going to have to jump through some hoops, make some complaints, all of that good stuff in order for somebody to step up and say, look, I don't care who told you to not let this particular guy work at a polling location. You have to let him work. Because I feel like someone has specifically said to someone in Hamilton County, do not let him work at a polling location. I feel like somebody who's connected to somebody in Hamilton County who may not have a really good view of me has gone out of their way to say, do not let this particular person work at a polling location. And I'm going to have to fight that fight. And I don't think that fight will be, handled in, under 2 weeks. But I'll get it handled. Kim says, I'm late. I was wondering what leg liquor was. Leg lickers are people apparently who are in the licking business. And they're licking a certain area, and the leg might get in the way, so a leg might get licked here and there. But, that's what they do. It's one of the things that they do. That's it. That's it. Nothing deep. Definitely nothing deep. Anthony says, dang, that's a long list of people to consider. Jerica says, everyone licks legs. That makes most sense. Huh? Oh, everyone licks legs. That makes no sense. I'm not sure what you're talking about. T. Mikey G says, leaving work. See y'all later. All right, T. Mikey G. Shahara says, I can't see why they wouldn't want you though. I think maybe one of your friends has gotten to somebody. So you might be able to help me out. Tell your friends to stop messing with me. I don't mess with them. Jerica, I don't understand what you mean by everybody lick legs. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? What does that mean? Terrence says, now you have to have an entire show about leg licking. I just learned about that term with y'all again. So I don't. Mayo says, Jerica, I usually agree with you, but not on this one. I've never licked a leg in my life. What does that mean? What is that? Are y'all talking like literal licking of a leg? I don't know what's happening. As a man, have you not licked women's legs? Yes. But again, I'm in the same business as the leg lickers. We're in the same business. You know what I'm saying? We're in the same business. We down there doing what, we doing what we do. So I'm not understanding the question. I don't understand the question. Oh, we have a shared interest. Oh. Oh, I don't understand the question. Oh boy. What else is going on? Kim says, I'd rather have a man then. Huh? Y'all confusing me. Stop talking about that. Just stop talking about it. I don't understand what y'all saying. It's hard to have that type of a conversation via little short text messages. So just stop. Just stop. I was talking about voting. I was talking about voting and undecideds. At this point, I don't believe in undecideds. I'm voting on election day. I think everything is said and done. I'm putting out a call. If you are an undecided voter, please call me, 513-717-KING, 513-717-5464, and explain to me what you're undecided about. I don't understand it, but I don't believe that, reasonable undecided voters exist. C. Salter says, I think the stream needs to be reported. I'm talking about voting. Blade called in and used a term that I'd never heard before, and everybody just running with it. Did you watch the? Yeah, no, I was saying I did not have an opportunity. That's what I said. I can't. I have to watch it. Hopefully tonight I'll have time. I have to watch the town hall from last night because I was working, so I didn't get a chance to watch it. So I can't like effectively have a conversation about it, having not watched. I saw some clips. I watched a little bit of the. They do the little after show. They don't call it an after show, but I had 17th degree COVID and I can't remember stuff. So they had the little after show and I watched a little bit of that. But no, I didn't get an opportunity to check it out. What were your thoughts about it, Shahara? Have you decided who you're voting for? Oh, no, I know who you're voting for. Because she's in one of those clubs that uses Greek letters. And you're in one of those clubs that use Greek letters. So you're voting for her because you guys are like club adjacent. And, I guess that's a reason. Let me see. What else is going on? Oh, my time is almost up. Oh, let me start my wrap up because y'all know if I don't get to wrapping it up, then I'll be here till 6:30, like y'all had me here yesterday. Send out prayers if you believe in it, positive energy if you don't believe in that, for the families of the 5-year-old boy who's in the hospital with critical injuries from being shot early this morning, and for the family of the 3 people who were apparently stabbed to death, and the one person who's in the hospital for stabbing himself or herself. I don't think that they said in the story if it was a male or a female. My guess is it's a male. That sounds like the type of thing that some crazy male would do. But we know in the world that we live in, anything can happen. It could be a female. But that sounds like something a male would do. So send positive energy or prayers or whatever it is that you believe in, positive towards that family. If you're gonna vote early, yeah, I'm not saying that it's a bad decision. Get out and vote, either early or on election day. Get out and vote, and make a vote, hopefully, that makes sense. A vote that makes sense. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. But, yeah. It should make sense. Terrence, why you got white praying hands? Oh, because you light skinned. Oh, Terrence got light skinned praying hands. You can't beat that. Terry says, Twin must be mad at you since he didn't call in. People don't call in every day. It's understandable. Anything can happen. Remember, it was a woman who cooked her mama. Very true. Anything can happen. But stabbing 3 people and then stabbing yourself, that sounds like a man thing to me. It just sounds like a man thing. Um. All right, y'all. I think that's about it. Told y'all today I didn't want to really get into, anything. I didn't want to be deep or anything. I just kind of wanted to kind of chill out, have a little conversation with y'all. Oh, I had to tell y'all something that I learned today that I have to handle. I have to take care of this as a grandfather. I was talking to the little baby, and I learned today she doesn't even know who Inspector Gadget is. She never heard of Inspector Gadget. I don't know why Inspector Gadget was on my mind, but I mentioned to her, something about watching Inspector Gadget, and she was like, who? I'm like, Inspector Gadget. What's that? What's Inspector Gadget, grandfather? You never heard of Inspector Gadget? No. That was a whole, it was like a legit hit song, kind of based on, you've never watched Inspector Gadget? Your mama never showed you. You've never seen Inspector Gadget? No. Oh. We watching some Inspector Gadget. I said, what is it? I said, it's a cartoon. I said, is it a cartoon you used to watch when you was a kid? I didn't like the way she said when you was a kid. She almost said it like condescending, Is it a cartoon you used to watch when you was a kid? Why are you saying that? We had electricity when I was a kid. What are you talking about? Yes, it's a cartoon that I watched when I was a kid. So yeah, we gonna be watching some Inspector Gadget. We watching some Inspector Gadget. You're right. It said it like it was 100 years ago. I don't know that I liked it. I bet she knows now, Grandpa. She don't know yet. Because, again, I come right in, and she looked at me, and she said, do you have to do your show today, Grandfather? I said, I don't have to do my show ever, but I'm gonna do the show, yes. And she said, well, can I go upstairs with Mommy D? I said, sure. And now she might have, because I told Mrs. Livingston that she didn't know anything about Inspector Gadget. And then Mrs. Livingston said the same thing. Like it was a whole song. I said, and then there was another song. And she was like, yeah. You ever? And she asked her almost the exact same questions I asked her in the car. Like, you ever heard of Dougie Fresh? Who? She actually crunched her face up like, who? Like, you ain't never heard of Dougie Fresh. You never heard the show? I don't think I listened to that music, Grandfather. What? What? So now you got to watch Inspector Gadget and you got to listen to the show. Inspector Gadget first, get you through the first season, and then you listening to the show. I don't think I want to do any of that, Grandfather. I don't care what you want to do. This is my job as a grandfather. To hip you to the stuff. Terrence. All right. Terrence says, see you later. Terrence, enjoy the rest of your day. Terrence, be the reason somebody smiles today. So, yeah, this is my job. This is my duty to get her hip to the stuff that I enjoyed as a kid. I already make her listen to Stevie Wonder. Yes, I have to make her listen to Stevie Wonder. Somehow, even now, kids know about Michael Jackson. I never really introduced her to Michael Jackson. How do this little kid know about Michael Jackson? How do kids know about Michael Jackson? When I introduced her to Stevie Wonder, she'd never heard of Stevie Wonder. When I introduced her to Prince, she had never heard of Prince. When I introduced her to Jodeci, she had never heard of Jodeci. When I introduced, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff, Michael Jackson. I know Michael Jackson. How do you know Michael Jackson? She knew songs. Billie Jean, Beat It. She knew Got to Be There. How do you know Michael Jackson? Back in the day, little kid Michael Jackson. How in the hell do you know Michael Jackson? I don't know what Michael Jackson did. But yeah, little kids know Michael Jackson. Bet she want to go to the ranch too. No, Michael Jackson's not alive anymore. You could not go to the ranch even if he was. I don't understand it. But yeah, no, as a grandfather, I know my job. I know my job. Jetta says my 5-year-old great-grandson is dressing up like Michael Jackson for Halloween. How? How do these kids know Michael Jackson? And they seem to know Michael Jackson before their parents and grandparents introduced them to Michael Jackson. I don't understand it. Yes, he does transcend generations, Daryl. He does. I just don't know how. My grandson, 8, and out of the blue he asked, was Michael black or white? I don't know how they know. But yeah, I gotta introduce her to some stuff. I got her on some stuff. On some stuff, she good. You ask her about Stevie Wonder, she know a few Stevie Wonder songs. She know the lyrics. She refused to sing it because she want to be difficult. But her mama be telling me, like, Daddy, she come home and she be singing Stevie Wonder. And I be like, how you know Stevie Wonder? And she be like, Grandfather made me listen to Stevie Wonder. And she be singing it. And she pretend like she don't know no Stevie Wonder when it's me. But I get reports. She come home singing Stevie Wonder. And that's what's up. That's what you're supposed to do. But apparently she also come home singing Michael Jackson. I did make her watch Thriller. I made her watch Thriller. She didn't really want to watch the long form of the video. She, oh, that's scary. Okay, we can skip past the scary part and we can just get to the music video part and the dancing part. And I kind of tried to make her learn the dances, but I didn't really force it. But she watched it a few times. But that was after she already knew who Michael Jackson was. If you know Michael Jackson and you know these songs, but you ain't never seen the videos, I gotta get you, all up in the videos. You got to see. So I made her watch Motown 25, the Jackson reunion, and then, him performing Billie Jean. I made her watch that. I made her watch Billie Jean video. I made her watch Thriller. I think them the only ones that I made her watch. Because them is kind of I didn't make her watch Beat It for whatever reason. I don't know why. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, talking about absolutely nothing. Hopefully, it was just a nice, kind of chill, fun day. Hopefully. She's probably too young for classic NWA. Yes, she is. Oh. Twin.
What's up, E-Man?
How you doing, sir?
Think you gonna leave without me saying the last word? No, little fella.
Somebody say you was mad at me.
Man, we homies, man. How I'm gonna be mad at you, man?
Well, they said you didn't call today, and so that's a clear sign that me and you was beefing.
Man,
What's on your mind?
I forgot you came on. I've been so busy today, man. trying to straighten out this back dock, and
Bro, the milk don't stop for nobody.
I ain't say that. The milk, I said the back dock.
But, you know,
Wrong.
it's mainly milk.
I'm on the back dock. Milk is in the cooler, man. I'm trying to make room for other people, for the unemployees to put salvage junk on the truck or whatever. You know, make some room, space. People can get around, man.
But you still got to handle that milk.
I'm gonna do this, man. All right, man. If you say so, man.
I'm just saying the milk don't stop for nobody. That's it. That's all I'm saying.
No, it don't. Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
I saw some gingerbread cakes or whatever Little Debbie can make. You eat those?
No.
You eat ginger snaps.
Ginger snaps and gingerbread are different.
I thought you'd keep it, you know, in a ginger family.
But hold on, let me say this. I've never tasted Little Debbie
They like
ginger.
little Christmas. They
Yeah.
got a little Christmas little thing.
Yeah, I've never tasted that. So I can't say whether it's good or not, but I've never tasted it. I don't typically eat gingerbread stuff. You know, me and the kids, when my kids was little, we built like gingerbread houses and stuff like that. We used to do that. Never ate them because they were all for decoration. And then one year, the kids was like, can we eat it? And I was like, sure. And they was like, you gonna help us eat it? And I was like, sure. And I bit it, and it was terrible. And I've never had the desire to eat gingerbread anything.
Well, I mean, that gingerbread is nasty. That one you build and all that. Because I finally tasted it and stuff.
Yes.
Years of building, but it is horrible.
It is horrible.
But the cakes by little Debbie, though, they decent, though.
Okay.
The little Christmas cake, they decent, though.
I might try them. I might try them.
I only eat junk like 2, 3 in the morning and stuff.
Well, that's because you be high. You be high, you had the munchies.
I don't smoke. Everything, but I just do that 2, 3 in the morning. I got the munchies, but be home.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. That's the only time I eat junk, really. Other than that, they decent. What's up? Yeah, what you say about a little baby making her do the Thriller, Michael Jackson, break it down 3 times and all that?
I didn't say I made her do it, but I did make her watch it, and I encouraged her to, you know, maybe learn some of the choreography. She wasn't feeling me. I mean, I think she was. I think she was watching it like, oh, can I do this? But she didn't want me to know.
What, Thriller or Moonwalk?
Thriller.
Oh, you teaching her that and all that? Why you ain't teaching yourself how to two-step?
Well, I know how to two-step, but I didn't.
You said you did.
I did not say that. I said that's what I know how to do. That's all. I can two-step all day.
Oh, so you know how to step?
I know how to two-step.
I said, do you know how to step, though?
I know how to two-step. The two-step is different than stepping. I'm not going to be out there when R. Kelly playing, dreaming about little 12-year-old girls while I'm dancing with somebody, you know. In my mind, when people listen to R. Kelly, that's what I think.
Ain't
like,
gotta be R. Kelly. It can be King George or...
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I'm not from Chicago. Stepping is R. Kelly. That's it.
King George ain't from Chicago. He's from down south.
It don't matter. What I'm telling you is, in my mind, stepping music is Chicago shit, R. Kelly, 12-year-old girls.
You got people from down south got stepping music.
Okay, that's fine. I'm telling you what's in my mind.
You just need to go. Next time they have a steppers ball down here, which they ain't had one in a while, I'm going to invite you or whatever.
I'm probably not going to
Buy
come.
you a ticket and everything.
I'm probably
and
not
just
going to.
sit back in the cut and just watch.
But why?
And just learn.
I'm good. If I
Your wife dance.
Bro, if I go through the rest of my life and never step, I'll be okay.
It's time you got to, venture out, man. Get out that basement.
I somehow, I think I'll survive and can live a full life having never stepped.
That can be on your bucket list, man.
It is definitely not on my bucket list.
All right, then. At least I caught you at the end, man, before you get ready and run out the basement and do whatever you go do, mess somebody else's life up. Because I know, I feel, so I'm going to pray for her, man, little baby and stuff. Because I know you was torturing her. Do the step right now. Just do the thriller. Just do it right now. Do it. That's all you got to do. One thing. No, Pawpaw, no. Just do
She
it.
does not call me Pawpaw. Stop saying that.
What she called?
Grandfather.
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 Not granddaddy?
Grandfather.
You old. It seems like that's kind of old for saying that.
What's old about saying it?
Well, my grandson called me Papa, or Dad.
Yeah, I didn't want her, how do I say it? I wanted her to say something that didn't sound like a baby.
Why ain't just say granddaddy or something?
What?
Or Dad.
What's wrong with grandfather?
Man, it sound like you're 80 years old, 90 or something.
Or it sounds like I'm her grandfather.
Duh.
Right.
I'm just saying, but I don't know, man. By looking at you, I wouldn't just call you grandfather or like granddaddy or something like that.
Grandfather.
Nah, I wouldn't say. I never call my grandfather no grandfather. Say granddaddy. Or stuff like that. Nah, grandfather. Man, you make it so hard, man.
What is hard? Grandfather is simple to
I
say.
guess when she grow up, probably this little baby, probably 4 or 5.
Now she is 6. She'll be 7
I'll give her about 8 or
December.
9. That she'll change that name.
No.
And, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, there'll be no grandfather.
Yes.
Okay.
She corrects her mother, because every once in a while her mother will say that nonsense pawpaw stuff, and she'd be like, "It's grandfather."
Is that what you used to call your grandfather? Grandfather?
No.
What you say, granddaddy?
Yep.
Okay, why you just can't keep it like that?
Because I preferred grandfather. It sounds better coming out of her mouth. When she says grandfather, it has a certain ring to it. It sounds like
the way it come out of her mouth. That's why you.
It sounds like she's a well-spoken, intelligent, respectful young lady,
hey,
cultured and refined.
Emanuel.
Yes.
What you think about that shooting, man? Of 5-year-old.
I think that's a horrible and terribly tragic.
When Lincoln was going off, he said something about Wyatt said something about somebody else. 3-4 people stabbing in the house.
Yes, there was a situation where there was a SWAT standoff, and apparently, according to the police chief and reports, 3 people were dead, having been stabbed, and another person was in the hospital having a self-inflicted stab wound.
Wow.
So I guess they tried to kill themselves by stabbing themselves. Yeah, it's just terrible. It's tragic. And
I thought somebody broke in the house. A relative just went on a stabbing spree type.
and I don't know what the situation is, whether updates have come out or not. But as far as we know now, that could be the situation. It could be a family member who stabbed and killed those 3 and then stabbed themselves in an attempt to kill themselves.
They didn't talk about that lady was in the mic. That girl cooked those mama. They didn't talk about that today. If you have.
No, I haven't heard anyone talk about that today.
Yeah, peep game. I'm gonna call Link to wear tomorrow, and he was kind of right stereotype, they show a little bit of the white folks that be on there when they do something. Oh, when we do something, it's got to be a breaking news like we won the World Series or something. And that's just sad, man.
I agree.
It is.
But it is how it is. It is That is a lot of times the way that things go.
And the devil-minded people say it's Trump's fault. Was Trump there when it happened? No. People say stupid stuff like that.
Well, I don't know that.
All this because of Trump.
Yeah, I don't.
Trump there when them people gave my time to the joint. It's crazy, man. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't.
That's stupidity.
Yeah, I don't think.
People will say stuff like that.
Yeah, but
Trump's fault.
Yeah, but I don't think it's Trump's fault. I don't think Trump had anything to do with it. Trump has his issues, and there's a lot of them. But I don't think Trump is the one making the media and people focus heavily on the dysfunction in the black community and ignore the dysfunction in the white community. I imagine that he does it, that he's, happy with it, but I don't think it's his fault that it happens.
What else you was talking about today, man?
I was saying I don't understand undecided voters. I don't think it's real. I don't think there are undecided voters.
Say people made their mind up already.
Yeah, you made your mind up, right?
Oh, man, to be honest with you, Emanuel, I was rolling with her for a minute, and then I was just looking deeper and deeper and reading those certain. I'm like, man, she not right. She not right.
Who?
She just Kamala, whatever damn name. She not right. And everything. I was just looking at like, I don't know, it's something about her, man. She just got that little sneaky look.
Well, when you say she not right, that's what you're saying? She got a, quote, sneaky look, end quote?
She got that sneaky look like, I got y'all folks. That's all I needed. She's a puppet for them, man.
A puppet for
That's
who?
all she is.
Who is she a puppet
For the government. She a puppet. She only thing I believe, they gonna make her a puppet. Them little top-notch backdoor guys, they're gonna make her a puppet and push their issue with Putin and that Kim Jong-un thing, and they gonna use it. Cause if he getting off, they know damn well they ain't got nothing coming.
Who?
Putin knows that. Putin knows if Trump getting off.
What?
If Trump getting off, Putin and Jim Carter, I know they know they ain't got nothing coming.
What do you mean by that? They know they ain't got nothing coming.
Any deals they was doing with the United States.
But hold on. Wait. I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. It sounds to me like you're saying that the guy who snuck and provided Putin with COVID testing and equipment, that instead of giving it to Americans, it sounds like you're saying that guy, the guy who was exchanging, quote, love letters with Kim Jong-un, it sounds like you're saying they couldn't get anything from him?
I'm saying I don't think, man, you heard, who said that?
Well, Trump said...
She say.
No, Donald Trump said that he and Kim Jong-un exchanged love letters.
Love letters on what? You make a deal, let's make a deal?
No, just, I'm going to guess, just generic, I like you. Hey, I like you too.
Yeah.
Trump said it. I didn't say it. Donald Trump said it.
I just said if you say so.
And it's been well reported that Donald Trump gave Vladimir Putin and Russia COVID testing equipment when Americans were having a hard time getting their hands on it, but he made sure that Putin had some.
No, I guess. Say so.
So, but with that in mind, how do you say that they know that if he get in office, they ain't got nothing coming? It sounds like if he get in office, they probably got a lot coming.
When that deal, what he say he endorsed Kamala, Putin?
Well, you have to keep in mind, like, this is the part that you're maybe one of those gullible people that I was talking about.
Gullible?
Yeah.
What you call him gullible?
You. Because.
I'm saying,
No.
I'm asking. Didn't he say that though?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
But think about it reasonably for a minute. the mindset of America is anti-Putin, right?
Yeah.
So why would Putin, the guy who Americans don't like, think that endorsing Kamala Harris would help her? If Americans don't like me, and I endorse her, that looks bad on her to people who are kind of gullible, right?
But is it true that she that he endorsed her though?
But no, I said yes. But it's like
Okay.
it's what they call reverse psychology.
Okay, if in that case Donald Trump go look at it like, oh, I thought you was my man. I helped you with the COVID test.
No,
and everything. Send it
no,
over there.
no,
I
you're-
got something for you. It's called payback.
No,
just
you're-
like when all them,
Oh.
just like when all them, when all them went against him, he ain't lying. That nigga go put some cases on all of them.
Yeah, no, but you're being, but Twin, you're being gullible. Like,
No, I'm not.
you are. Think about this, right? If I want to use people that you know, right? So,
You.
yes, let's use me and
Lincoln Ware, go ahead. Sid.
and Lincoln Ware, right?
I do
So,
it.
so let's say Lincoln Ware is running for office, okay? Or something where his Buzz followers have to they're the deciding vote, and the Buzz followers hate Emanuel Livingston. Now I'm not saying they actually do. I'm saying hypothetically, Buzz followers hate Emanuel Livingston. So you and Lincoln are running for caller of the year. And I come out, they hate me, Twin, and I endorse Lincoln Ware. Now, are you going to be mad knowing these people hate me and they going to do the opposite of what I say? Are you going to be looking at me like, how the hell you going to endorse Lincoln Ware? I thought me and you was cool. Or are you going to be like, thank you for endorsing Lincoln Ware because you know they hate you and they going to do the opposite of what you say do?
And then I'm going to backfire on your ass like, anything you ask me, nigga, get the fuck on. That's what I'm going to say.
No.
Like,
No,
that's
because
how I look at it.
you gonna win because when I endorse Lincoln, everybody is gonna vote for you.
Okay.
So he's smart enough to understand that this is reverse psychology. Emmanuel is only endorsing me because he wants everybody to actually vote for Twin. And Twin is gonna be smart enough to understand. Twin probably the one told me like, yo, E, I'm losing. Man, why don't you go and endorse me? And when you endorse Lincoln. And when you endorse Lincoln, everybody gonna vote for me. So we gonna be in cahoots, bro. Like, you told me to endorse Lincoln because you know that if I endorse Lincoln, they gonna vote for you.
That don't sound right. Well, whatever you saying, though.
It's reverse psychology. It's just reverse psychology.
I know.
And it's working on you.
Working on me because I ain't running for office.
No, it's working on you because you honestly believe that, like, yeah, Putin endorsed her, so Putin on her side.
That's how you gonna look at it.
No, it's not, because he know what's going on. He sees it as reverse psychology. He know what it is.
I understand what you're saying.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't call Putin and say, bro, I need you to come out and endorse her.
I doubt if he did that one.
Why? Why do you doubt that?
I doubt if he told us some shit like that.
Why? Why do you doubt that?
I doubt if he told, man. he
But
ain't
why?
thinking about food right.
I get that you doubt it, but why do you doubt? There have been reports that he and Putin, and he won't answer the question, that him and Putin have been talking. So why would he not do that?
I don't be believing some of that stuff they be saying anyway. It's like they said the man stinking and got a pamp on, which people just, no. People are weirdos, man.
But have you ever looked at him? Don't he look like he wears a pamper?
I don't look at that dude like that. Just crack up at what he say. I don't
He
look at
looked
him.
like they got pictures of him out there on the golf course, bro, and it looks like he's wearing I'm not saying that he is, but it do kind of look like he's wearing a pamper.
So you check the man up and down, man.
I'm
You
saying
look
that,
at the man like that.
bruh, there are pictures of him on the golf course,
Man,
and he got on shorts, and it looked like he might be wearing a diaper. I don't know if he is, but
suspect,
it
man.
kind of looked like
How
it.
you- Man, no. Only time I look at a person like the women's Venus and Serena and all them, I look at their ass on the tennis court. I ain't about to look at no damn dude golfing and all that or whatever he doing and shit, looking him up and down. I just crack up off his jokes or what silly thing gonna come out of his mouth. And I ain't about to, man, I like them shoes. I like them shorts. Hell no. I ain't about to compliment a man like that.
Stop it. You telling me you ain't never complimented your brother on his shoes?
No, I said that motherfucker crazy.
You done looked
That's
at
what
a man's shoes and said, bro, I like them shoes.
You a damn liar.
You ain't never,
I told my
hold on,
brother.
you ain't
My
never
brother
complimented a man?
Hell no.
That's toxic.
My brother told him, what you think about these shoes? And I looked at him like, man, you a fool. So brain tells I can make you something no the hell you ain't.
So your brother ain't never
Yeah,
wore no shoes that you liked? Ever?
Man, them Cadillac shoes, man.
But I'm saying, has he ever worn a pair of shoes that you liked?
Yeah.
And did you say, I like them shoes?
No, I ain't say it.
So you refuse to compliment another man.
I ain't refused it. I mean, it is what it is, man. Shit, that shit don't cross my mind.
Sound toxic to me.
I look at a man up and no, I'm a complimenting woman. I don't look at no man like that. The fuck I look like a man?
I could have swore one day I heard you say Wyatt had some pretty feet or something like that.
I was joking. I think that was you, right?
No, that wasn't me.
No, he said something and did. I don't know if it was somebody in the chat or on Lincoln or his show, and he said something, and I was about to say something stupid. That's what I was joking. Yeah.
No, but twin.
I think he did mention feet. He did mention feet or something. Hands or nails or something.
Yeah, you said he had sexy
It
feet.
did.
You said he had sexy feet. Yeah.
And then Rob probably said something. I think Rob said something. I said, watch this, Rob. And then that's what I said. And the whole fucking chat went crazy.
Yeah, I know you was being silly. I know. But just so you know, there is nothing wrong with complimenting a man. Like, if I see you out and you got on a nice jacket, I might be like, bro, I like that jacket.
I mean, I just don't do it.
Okay, but there's nothing wrong with doing it, just so you know.
No, I compliment on, good job you doing or something like that. Or, man, you can do it like this or, good. I'm glad you, other than that, I don't care about that material shit.
Okay.
It don't make me or break me, so I don't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, what else new, man?
I think that's about it, man. That's about all I talked about. That and leg lickers. That's about it.
What the what?
I didn't know what it
Leg
was.
licker.
Blade said it. It was something Blade said. It's not important.
He said what?
I shouldn't have even brought it up. I apologize.
Hold on, what did he say?
He just mentioned leg lickers.
What, guys licking women legs or something?
No, women licking women. He apparently it's one of the terms that bats use for lesbians.
Did he get in the bed with him? With both of them? Did you ask that?
I did not ask that.
I'm just wondering and everything. He say he's married and all that, but he be flirting on the chat with other people. And I'm like, you married or you not married? Make up your damn mind. They say, well, if he come out leg licker, he should have got in the bed with both of them. I'm assuming. I don't know. I would.
Okay.
All right, man, let me stop. All right, man, I'm all at you, man. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
All right.
Take me a break or something. You on tomorrow, man? You got some candles and Christmas trees to put
Now,
up?
I believe I'm on tomorrow. I do need to reach out to you, though, because you said you wanted a hoodie.
Hey, what? You got it ready?
Yeah.
All right, bring it up to Finneytown, man. I'm here at 9 o'clock.
All right.
Or you got something?
I'll reach out to you though.
You ain't got no excuse. Hey, you gotta give me in case I make my mind. I might be out of town.
I will
tomorrow.
I will reach out to you again just to verify. But yes.
What you mean to verify? You just say you got it. Make up your mind. You got it or you don't.
Oh my God. I'm off air.
That ain't got nothing to do with this.
Off air, I will reach out to
All right,
you
man.
just to verify. And
you got a 9 o'clock or whatever.
and when I come up there, I will be inspecting that milk section, and it should be on point.
Oh, you gonna take pictures and flood me on your timeline and all that extra stuff.
I'm gonna make a mental note, and I'm gonna critique your work the next time I talk to you.
I'm about to make sure I go upstairs and watch the camera. Make sure I see your what you wearing. I gotta see. Look at the video, see what you got on.
Hey, just make sure that milk is in order. Because I told you last time I came up there, that whole dairy milk section was a mess. And you claim, well, I wasn't there, but you there today.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here today, but I wasn't that day you came.
Yeah, okay.
We got security guards too.
Well, we gonna see.
And don't put them Jesus sandals on either.
I don't even know what that means.
Come up here like your brother here on, come here protesting and all that extra stuff.
I'm not protesting.
All right.
All right.
Man. Y'all holler at you, man.
Twin, enjoy the rest of your day.
I'm going to try, man.
All right. All right. That was Twin. Slightly long, slightly meandering conversation. I think he's falling for it. He's one of the gullible ones. He does sometimes stuff happen that is so transparent, and you like, really, Putin? You endorsing Kamala Harris? Really, you endorsing Kamala Harris? Like, we supposed to be that stupid? Like, we supposed to fall for that? Vladimir Putin. I can't do a Russian accent. I endorse Kamala Harris. Like, really? And we supposed to fall for that? Putin endorsed Kamala Harris. Don't vote for her. Nobody's falling for that. At least that's what I thought. Nobody's falling for that, Putin. Nobody falling for that shit. Do you think we stupid? And then Twin come in like, didn't you see that Putin endorsed Kamala? See? Nigga. He did. He endorsed Kamala. And Trump gonna be mad at him. Nigga. Nah, and Trump gonna be like, you can't get nothing from me. Nigga. Yeah, and she gonna be a puppet for him. They endorsed her, and they gonna be... Nigga. Really, nigga? Really? Nigga? That's the only appropriate response. You know what I'm saying? You fell for it? I didn't think anybody would fall for it. Y'all, I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Whatever you do for the rest of the day, for the rest of the evening, as you are out and about, nigga, Putin and nigga, be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time, I'm out.